Hi, and welcome to our ABPANC certification webinar. This webinar has been designed to support our coaches. It is a great introduction for new coaches, and it's also a great review for our older coaches. Actually, not really older, just more seasoned. So today we're going to talk about welcoming both our new coaching liaison and you to this webinar. I'm going to introduce the website and how to navigate it, talk about what's changed in ABPANC, introduce you to the Learning Builder system, and talk to you about how to get help when you need it. So I'd like to introduce to you our staff that support the coaching program. Krista Bauer is our CEO, and she is really wonderful, and she's bringing us we're really changing and growing ABPANC at this time and really being led nicely by her. I am one of the coaching liaisons, and this is my second year serving you. I'd also like to introduce our new coaching liaison, Louise Zeller.
Hi.
You will have some real opportunities to work with her this year and in the future. She's really wonderful. I'm really excited to have her. And this would definitely not be possible without Zelda. Zelda is our staff liaison. She has some kind of magic wand that makes almost anything happen. So she's your contact person. She's who you email with, and we're really glad to have her, and she's really invaluable to us. So I'd like to introduce to you our website. If you haven't used the website before, if you're dual certified, you already know the address because you are CPAN Kappa. So www.cpankappa.org is our website, and it's pretty user-friendly, and it's good for people who are seeking certification, recertification, or coaches, or if you're on the board. All the things are on the website. Specifically today, I want to talk to you about the coaching resources. It is under resources because you're one of our best resources. You'll drop down from ABPANC resources to coaching resources, and this will be the resource page. And we have a lot of really great information here for you. This really is a good starting point. The news to share comes out between 1 and 2 times per year. Within the next month, we'll have our new news to share. These are the changes that happen each year, testing periods, messages from our president, messages from our CEO. All of this is on our news to share. Won't take you very long to read it, but it really will help you feel part of the organization, so I do really recommend it. And there's a picture of our latest news to share. Keep looking for it because it will be coming, and the new information will be coming as well. The ABPANC resources for you. These are helpful information. These are things that you will send to your mentees, whether they find the mind map helpful, the 12-week study guide, or the blueprint. These are the information that is really valuable that you can share with others. So these are the resources that we have available to you. As far as being a coach, we have all the information that you need to keep your coaching up to date. We do an agreement to serve. It just is a way to say, yes, I really want to be a coach, and this is what I'm going to do. For the coaching log, you find it on that website, the web page I just showed you, and you get credit for helping others. It doesn't matter what they decide to do with the time and the energy you put in, you get the same credit. So if you spend, for each person that you coach, you get 3 contact hours for a maximum of 60 contact hours in your certification window, which is 3 years, of course. And we do want to keep track of what they're doing, but if they decide not to test, that is not on you. If they aren't successful, that is not on you. You have given us your efforts, we give you our thank you, and that's your credit. We think it's helpful. So we have a lot of resources for studying, and I really want to stress with our study references. Our study references are the ones that we recommend through ABPANC. This is where the exam questions come from. It isn't from one of the books. It isn't just from CORE. It isn't just from ACLS. It isn't just from DRAIN. It is a combination of all the books. We recommend that you utilize them. That doesn't mean that everyone needs to own all of these books. Most people, the hospitals that they work at, have libraries that they may have not ever been to, and if the library doesn't own it, they can usually borrow it. So you want to be creative looking for the references. You don't have to own them as a coach. You don't have to buy them if you're sitting for an exam, but you want to get that combination. We're well-rounded nurses. We use, right? Like we use a lot of different skills in our practice. We study from a lot of different skill references as well. I do also like to really stress here that you'll notice on that list of references, the ABPANC study guide is not on there. It's a great supplement, but the questions in there come from ABPANC and the nurses who are active within ABPANC. They're not gone over by any committee that's actually supporting people for certification. So we really recommend you can use it as a supplement, but it does not exactly reflect the questions that are on the exam. As far as supporting people seeking certification, we have 2 really great webinars, one on test-taking anxiety and one on test-taking strategies. They don't take very long. They're totally free. So I do recommend them, especially if someone says to me, hey, I really want to take the exam. I've been a nurse for 25 years. I haven't taken an exam in 25 years, and I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to do well. Say, go ahead. Start with test-taking anxiety and fear of failure. It's only 30 minutes of your life. That's less than, the amount of time that you've probably spent playing Candy Crush today, and just spend a little time, and it's really helpful. Opening doors for people is what coaching is all about. That's kind of my life. So I really believe in it. I think that both of these webinars are very valuable. Again, they are free, that you can access them through our website. We also offer the 12-week study guide plan. The 12-week study guide really walks people through a way to have an organized way to study. It can be flexible. You can choose to do it longer. You can condense it. You go on vacation for a week. Your 12-week study plan turned into a 13-week study plan. It's still 12 weeks. People really can use this just as a guide of how to study. It's helpful, and people really like a little bit more direction of how to do something, because we're nurses. That's what we do. We have 2 different apps from ABPANC. The first one is the study app. This is 100 questions total, 50 CPAN, 50 CAPA. A lot of the information on both sides kind of overlaps, so we recommend that people utilize all 100 questions. And it is a cost. It's $10, and it can be accessed through either Google Play or the App Store if you're an iPhone person. These were developed by ABPANC from their practice committee, and they are helpful. Our other app is the certification app. This basically is our website in your hand, which is really helpful. It's really a nice thing. It's totally free. Again, Apple App Store, Google Play, either one can be accessed. It's helpful, and it is free. We also offer study question of the week. It comes out at 6 a.m. on Wednesdays, and we alternate between CPAN and CAPA. Again, If you're studying for one exam or the other, a lot of things cross over, so we recommend that people do both. You can sign up to get them by email, or they're also on our Facebook weekly. So they are helpful. They're referenced through our study reference list. There's currently an archive of past questions. So it is nice for you to sign up, even if you're coach, because you can offer these questions. Another resource that we have are practice exams. They are a small investment. The 50 questions each, they cost $50, and they're buy one, get one free. And these really are balanced exams that give you a real idea, idea of how you're doing as far as studying. I know people are hesitant to spend money, but it comes from our practice exam committee. It comes from our question banks, and it is a good representation of what kind of questions you'll get in the exam. So we have been very busy at ABPANC, and we've made some changes. These changes are to really support the practice that's happening today. And the first thing is that our certification requirements have changed. We've decreased for the initial from 1,800 hours to 1,200 hours. We have unanimously decided that this helps open the window when people are really excited about what they're doing, and we really believe that this change helps support nurses, and they ask for it. So this is why we've done that. We've streamlined our exam registration and administration windows. We've created something called the Learning Builder platform. This is now where you go to certify and recertify, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. And we have enhanced customer support for the exam administration. We've heard nurses had some issues in the past, and we want to help make this as easy and as problem-free as possible. So we have enhanced our customer service. And also there are now vouchers for employers. So employer, if you're like a magnet facility and your employer buys bulk vouchers, we are now going to offer those. So as I've mentioned, we've decreased the amount of hours necessary for initial certification. I know that I have a couple coworkers who are excited because they're part-time. They've been doing it for several years, but they're not quite up to 1,800. So we've decreased it, so we hope that really helps. And as I mentioned earlier, this is our new Learning Builder Quick Builder. And what this does is this is for both new certification seekers and for your recertification. And this is where you put in all your CEs so you can keep them all together. You can do it as you go, so you don't have crunch right at the end of your certification window. We have updated our FAQs to reflect things that have changed. ABPANC really cares about the changes in healthcare. We care about the changes in practice, and we do what we can to have our exam really reflect practice. And so these are the updates that we make because healthcare, nursing keeps changing, so we keep it up to date. So we are really glad that you've decided to be a coach, or you continue to be a coach. We value your time and your efforts. And if you need anything, you can contact me. And I'm Melissa Schmidt. And here is the contact for Zelda. If you feel that you want to get a hold of me, just send an email to Zelda. She'll send it on to me. And I'd be happy to speak with you. As you can tell, I really like to talk. And we really believe that you are, as a coach, you are cornerstone to the success of ABPANC and the success of people testing. when I coach, which I always tell my new person, and most people that I get contacted to help coach or did when I was a coach, now I'm a liaison, usually come looking for a coach because they haven't been successful. In fact, I can't remember that I've coached anyone for their initial. And what I always tell them is, these are the things that I can't do for you, and this is what I can do for you. I can't take the exam for you. I can't tell you every single question that's on the exam, and I can't study for you, and I can't pay for it. Those are the things I can't do. What I can tell you is, you're an amazing nurse. You're an amazing person. I know you can do this, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to guide you through this process because I believe in certification, and I know you can do it. And I have a pretty good track record, and people get pretty excited just to hear that you're here for them and that you are excited for them. This is why we're here. And I know that sharing is an important thing to me, and I believe that that's why you're here, and I'm glad you're here. So if you have any more questions or concerns, please contact either myself, Louise, or Zelda, and we'll be happy to help. And we'll see you at the next conference. Thanks.